Bro, I swear to fucking God. There are invisible forces out there that are subconsciously affecting us at such low levels that we don't even recognize in the first place, that play a huge role in our moods, in our perception of reality, of anything. Look, brother, I know that this is a self evolution video and you're here to learn something. And I know that this video could become like really vague at some point because that is just the definition of my channel. It is sometimes pretty vague in what I'm trying to explain, but trust me, it makes perfect sense. A couple of days ago, I was meditating, and even right now, even today, even like 5 minutes ago as I was meditating, I completely felt this feeling once again. You see, for most of my life, I was using my living room as a source of escapism. Like, I mean, it is literally in the name. It is the living room. You go there to relax, to just live, to just exist, and not have to think a single bit. And so that's exactly what I used it for. I used it to watch hours of YouTube. I used it to play hours of Brawl Stars, of Clash of Clans, of Plants vs. Zombies, of all of these different escapism games. But trust me, I did not feel a single bit of fulfillment from them. Yeah, sure, it was cheap fulfillment, but it wasn't the healthy cycle, that you get fulfillment first and then you get happiness. No, no, no. It was the other way around. It was that I was getting instant happiness and delayed fulfillment. And that's exactly the worst part. I was suffering the delayed pain, which wasn't good. And that's exactly what escapism does for you. It makes you suffer in the long term. Because my life situation wasn't really the greatest. I didn't have the best grades at school, even though I was seen as the gifted child in quotation marks, because I had pretty good grades for most of my life. I never had a D on my report card, so that was a huge plus. And I was doing exceptionally well at some exams and on some subjects, because if I wanted to, and if I just wanted to pay a little bit more attention, I could learn anything. But it was just that, yeah, a lot of factors went into play of why I actually didn't want to be mindful and level up in the real life. I was scared of the pain. I was scared of the suffering. I was afraid of moving forward. But then on that day, oh boy, on that day in June of 2023, that room, living room that I've been talking about right now, it was completely by that point filled with this like pleasureful energy. You know how when you walk into any kind of a room, your mood shifts just like that on a subconscious level. When you walk to your bedroom, you instantly feel like you just want to, lie down and go to sleep. When you step into the kitchen, even if you're not hungry, you always just look at the fridge and you think to yourself, oh yeah, one Snickers bar won't probably damage me all that much. Trust me, it happens to each and every single one of us. Or let's use a healthier example. Even let's say that you finished your dinner like 2 hours ago, you still look at the fridge and you say to yourself, man, I could really use some rice with some chicken breasts right now. That would be really awesome. And in my case, whenever I would walk into my living room, which was the biggest room of my house and still is, oh boy, this energy of just wanting to relax, of wanting to detach, of wanting to be entertained instantly filled my entire body. And not just my living room, but the entire house in general. You see, even if I wanted to study in another location, like away from my kitchen, which was my usual place to study at, it was really hard to, because of course, every single one of the rooms were directly connected to the living room, of course, because it was the largest room in our house. So the energy was spread out all around it. Just like the main concentration point was the living room. And it was like, not so much concentrated in like the other parts of my house, but it was still there and it was dominating. It was stronger than my will to grow stronger. And that's exactly why I never wanted to improve. I wanted to indulge in that feeling of pleasure. I never wanted to face my challenges. I never wanted to strive for more. My will wasn't strong enough. But then on that day, in June of 2023, everything changed for the better. All it Sometimes all it takes is just one video, one sentence from a book, one little mindset shift, one 30-minute video, and it can basically change the course of the rest of your life. And that's exactly what happened to me. I watched this self-evolution video of a guy talking about like his future and his ambitions, and oh boy, it completely changed my future for the better. It was as if in that singular second, the living room got filled with this new energy, this new one of wanting to become the best version of myself. Like, of course, it was still getting heavily beaten down by, that lazy energy of wanting to just procrastinate, of wanting to be entertained, of wanting to escape into instant pleasure. But now, it was finally here. The ambitious, the testosterone filled energy that would make me into the best possible version of myself. Finally, I had a new way out, and I wanted to escape from this. And so, a couple of months later, during the course of the summer, I basically did not really go all out on my self evolution journey. I was basically like, being kind of all over the place. It is hard to explain, but finally in September of 2023, I finally took action and I decided to change my living room into one of the most grindiest parts of my entire day and of like the entire place when it comes to my fulfillment. Because guess what? I started to watch long form podcasts in there. I started to exercise in there each and every single morning as the first thing after I would wake up. I started to stretch there. I started to meditate there. I started to do gratitude journaling over there. I started to do all of these different good habits that would benefit me in the long term. And until now, until a couple of days ago, I did not truly realize just how powerful this strategy of mine was, even though I didn't realize it until this point. Because, yeah, sure, even until this day, even a whole year and 3 months after this date, after I decided to create this powerful morning routine for myself, I still sometimes fall victim to the infinity loop of scrolling through the YouTube homepage. But trust me, I don't watch that many YouTube videos anymore. I probably watch like 10 minutes of YouTube on average per week, which is really good. I don't play video games anymore. It hasn't been like that ever since June of 2023, and I haven't been masturbating, which is really good for my testosterone levels, of course, and for my mental health in general. But I still sometimes get the urge. The energy, it sometimes, catches up to me and it forces me to scroll on YouTube for a little bit. But I never click on any of these videos. And I find this really amusing, when you think to yourself that the living room has slowly changed and the energies have now completely flipped. That testosterone filled energy of wanting to become the best version of myself, of prioritizing instant pain to get the delayed pleasure in the future, has finally switched. Just like how I got that first dopamine rush of, wanting to get to this new mindset. The energy of instant pleasure and getting delayed pleasure have now switched. Like how I described it a couple of minutes ago when I said that I felt that first rush after watching that 30-minute self-evolution video. The forces have completely switched, but they're still prevalent, and of course they will never go away. But what matters is that I have now truly flipped them, and I have bent my surroundings to my will. And so this is the story. This is the example that you need to implement in any kind of life situation, whether it is for productivity, whether it is for willpower, like, you know, leveling it up so that you don't succumb to instant pleasure anymore, whether it is to discipline, whether it is to like your social surroundings, like a new friend group that you want to dominate, or like another inner circle of powerful men that you want to become the most valuable man in there. You understand what I'm trying to say. To dominate your surroundings, you must bend your will towards them. You must make your own values stronger than the values of the room if that makes sense, what I just described right now. I said that this video was gonna get heavily vague, but you completely understand right now. I hope I described it perfectly, because nothing in this world is perfect after all, but it, it truly works. If you just continue to work and show up every single day and do the same routine to improve your willpower, to improve your productivity, and to strengthen your will in the first place, your will eventually overpower the will, the opposite energy that is trying to destroy you, and you will become the dominant man in the room. Now, of course, there's a saying that goes, the surroundings will always win. Of course. If you basically like, how should I say this? If you have 5 crackheads friends, you'll become the 6th one. If you have 5 YouTube addicts friends, you'll become the 6th one. If you have 5 friends that play video games, you'll become the 6th one. And so that means that whenever you want to, change your surroundings and bend them towards your will, you need to not look at it in a bad way, like, of course, oh, what activities should I avoid? But instead ask yourself, what kind of activities can I do instead that will make me into the best possible version of myself? What kind of activities can I do that will slowly subjugate the will of the surroundings to my will? And that's exactly what I did. I started doing all of these powerful good habits, like meditation, gratitude journaling, recording videos in the morning, exercising, going outside at 5 a.m., and they slowly but surely made my will so strong that I bent the will of my surroundings to my own. And now it's so powerful that my surroundings even motivate me to become stronger. Like, whenever I'm not doing any kind of work and I'm just, existing in there because all the work in the day has already been done, I already just want to do a couple bit of more. Not in a bad way like I'm a workaholic, but because I actually want to. Because I don't want to remain stagnant and monotone. I want to grow each and every single day. This technique is way too powerful, and I hope that you got a good grasp of it. So I will cut it over here because I know that I could keep yapping about this for minutes on end, but I know that you already understand the gist of it. And I'm sorry if it was like way too vague, but it truly makes sense. If you want to join a community where we discuss our mental health and full of like-minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day to surpass you in the race of men, but at the same time, they will be like your true, blood-bonded brothers with whom you can talk about any kind of topic and any kind of awkward life story, and they will give you life advice on it like there's no tomorrow. Then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that if you're watching videos like these and willing to take action, that you have way more potential than you think you have. So please harness it and join us on the path towards greatness. I know that you'll find your place in there. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you want, join the email list in the description and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part of the video you will implement into your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee you success in the long term and in the short term by mending your mental health and bringing you on the right path, no matter what, no matter the life test, no matter the goal, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Readers Mindsets in the description. It is truly something life-changing, and you would be a fool to miss out, especially with the discount that is happening over there right now. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you